Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutty, that's your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What is up, everybody? Welcome in to week 3 here of the Start Sit Show on South Harmon here. I am Eric Vanek, joined by Matt Dennis and T-Rock as usual. Guys, what's going on?
What is up, man? Happy Sunday.
There we go. Happy Sunday, boys.
How's it going, guys?
Get the old ticker up here for us, right there on the bottom there. As you guys can see, there's all the guys for the 1 o'clock games and some of the later games that are definitely out for today. So if you have any of those players, make sure you get them out of your lineup. If there's any crazy injuries that happened in pregame, like last week with Evan Ingram, I'm sure we'll get them in the chat too. I'll check my phone, have it by just in case as well. But yeah, welcome in week 3, guys. Let's start it off here. Who is your guys' wide receiver start of the week? Who's gonna have the most points at wide receiver?
I got one.
Go ahead, Matt.
Dude, Jamar Chase is finally gonna ball out today.
All right,
It's
Jamar
gonna
Chase
be-
tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night. Yeah. I'm gonna predict over 150 yards.
Okay. T-Rock, who you got?
I'm probably going to take Jamar Chase too over the Commanders.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna give me a spicy take. I gotta go with somebody different. Who do I think is going to have a monster game today at wide receiver? I think I am gonna go.
Don't say Lamb over the Ravens. That's going to probably happen.
No, I'll let you go on that one. I'm gonna go the man who got 19 targets last week, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nice.
I think Amon-Ra finally he needs to get in the damn end zone, man. It's about time he gets in there. So I could see maybe 1 or 2 in that high scoring game. I think that might be the highest over under on the week is Lions and Cardinals. So I'm gonna go Amon-Ra this week.
It's a good
Oh
one.
my god. All right, guys, if you guys have any start-sit questions, make sure you guys post them up in the chat. I will get through them as we go here. If you need your chat or your question answered immediately, super chat us. We will move you right to the front of the line. So let's go ahead, start it off. Maddie, thank you. What's going on?
Maddie.
Let's see. Who else we got? We got Fizzles in the building. Hyattville's in the building. Good morning. Best looking start show on earth. I don't know about that, but I bring the down a little bit there.
Stop, man. Appreciate the comment, though, Maddie.
Yeah. All right, Fizz. He's got one. Stephon Diggs in a revenge game or Amari Cooper. T-Rock. I'll start with you. Who you got?
I think it's super close, but you got to go with the revenge game, against the Vikings. So let's go Diggs.
Okay, Diggs. Matt, who you got?
I think I'm gonna go Cooper. Actually, I'm gonna flip it.
Okay.
Diggs, I just think in that offense there's so many options. He hasn't really, besides touchdowns, he hasn't really had like monster games. So, and I think Cooper has the opportunity to just beat him up yard wise. So,
Okay.
especially against the Giants. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Fizz, man, if you have a shot to get both of these guys in your lineup, I would, because I think both
that's
of
a
them
good
have
point.
real good days.
Yeah.
I personally, I would go with Diggs against Minnesota. C.J. Stroud's going to force him a touchdown, so I feel at least confident in that. Cooper has just missed a couple touchdowns. He's like one of the best positive regression candidates out there. You just never know, though, with Deshaun Watson, so I'm going to trust C.J. Stroud giving the ball to Diggs on that one. Maddie, he said he has Chase as his wide receiver 1. So good call, guys.
Yes, I like that.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Dynasty Alex, Lad, Deontay, Terry McLaurin, Javonte Williams, or Kyron. Pick 3 PPR league. Matt, we'll start off with you on this one. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Kyron, Terry McLaurin, and it's a toss-up between Deontay and Javonte. Maybe like Deontay's. I'll pick Deontay.
Deontay?
Just because the Denver offense is suspect, and I have a hard time believing it. Plus, it looks like he just hasn't been good. Obviously, Javonte so far this year, he hasn't been what we were anticipating. So,
Right.
those are my 3.
All right. T-Rock, who you got on that one?
I got the exact same 3. Kyron, like that offense is super suspect with the line, but he's getting like 80+% of the touches. So he's going to get all the catches. He's going to get all the goal line. Yeah, the Denver office doesn't know what they're doing with the run game. So you can't trust them. And Lad is a tough play. So let's just go with Deontay, Terry, and Kyron.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go the same way as you guys. I know the Broncos talked about running the ball a little bit more today. They might have a little success because Vita Vea is out for Tampa. But I think I'm going to go Kyron for sure. You know, they only guy there. The whole offense is hurt besides for him. They're going to have to run the ball if they want to win the game today. So I'm going to go with him. Terry's pretty easy. Number 1 receiver on Washington. He's going to have a game here at some point. And then Deontay with Dalton, that just feels like, you know, he can pepper him and Thielen both, and like both can go off today. So I like that. And Lad against the Steelers, I'm not feeling it. So I agree with you guys.
Yeah, and looking at it too, Kyron, out of the 43 carries that they've done so far this year in 2 games, he's had 30 of them. So it hasn't been super productive because of the offensive line, but he's getting the opportunities.
Yeah.
Maddie's got another one for us. Amari Cooper or Darnell Mooney. Who you got on that one, Matt?
Darnell Mooney. I think in that game, the Falcons, towards the end of obviously their win, the big win against the Eagles, hopefully that continues, and that was just kind of the momentum of them finding their stride. I said from the beginning of the offseason, I think Darnell Mooney is an amazing wide receiver too. I don't think he did that well with the Bears because Justin Fields just looked at one wide receiver, DJ Moore, and if he wasn't open, he ran. But yeah, they're gonna have to play catch up against Kansas City, hopefully. So it should be a shootout. Mooney.
T-Rock.
I have a pretty big gap, but I actually have Amari Cooper way higher. I feel like there's going to have to be some week where he finally goes off. It can't just be all Jerry Jeudy. So I think the Mooney stuff last week was kind of lucky. So that's kind of untrustworthy for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cooper. It's against the Giants, and Mooney against the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs' defense is still stingy. Like, they're going to be able to kind of shut down any of those, like, big-type plays. So Amari Cooper pretty easy here for me.
They're playing the Giants, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to beat the shit out of them.
Well, that's also the question. Are they going to have to throw the ball as much, or are they just going to run the hell out of the rock? So,
yeah.
Cuddy Forever. What's going on, buddy? Dewey says hi as well. Good morning. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Let's see. Here we go. We got another one. Chris Downey. He's got Geno Smith or Sam Darnold today. T-Rock, we'll start with you. Who you got?
Let's go with Geno Smith. He's actually one of the highest-rated PFF quarterbacks, if you can believe that. He's got a pretty good start for the first few weeks, and they're going up against Miami. So I like them a lot better over against Sam Darnold, Houston defense.
Okay. Matt, who you got?
I agree. Geno Smith. I think the offensive coordinator has unlocked Geno again. Obviously, he was not good last year. Suspect, as far as how they're running the offense, and he's found his stride again. Geno Smith.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Geno as well. He's played well so far in this new offense. Darnold's played great too. I could go either way on this one, honestly, because I could see Darnold having to throw a little bit more to keep up with the Texans a little bit. I know it's really close. It's like 1.5 points for Minnesota.
Over under.
For the books are really respecting the Vikings today. So I think I'm going to still lean Geno, but I wouldn't blame me if you started Darnold either. So let's see. Here we go. Had Ramondre shit the bed on Thursday Night Football. Need a pure upside play. Brian Thomas Jr., Worthy, Rome Odunze, or Monty in the flex. Who do you guys got there, Matt?
I mean, if you're looking for upside, I'd say Worthy.
Yeah.
Just I think he's got the ability to get the most amount of points out of all of them. If you're looking for somebody solid, Monty would be my more solid, reliable guy. But if you're like, hey, I need to shoot for the moon, then my opinion is Worthy.
Okay. T-Rock?
I'm probably going to go either Montgomery. I think he's going to be a number 2 running back that's pretty safe this week. Or Brian Thomas Jr. Worthy still not getting enough targets, and I'm not playing Rome yet with anyone really on the Bears offense. So either Monty or BTJ for me.
Yeah, I mean, pure upside play, I think I'm going to go Worthy. I think he can get those end arounds, that he could take to the house anytime, any of the deep balls. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., his one deep catch was like really late in the game last week. That's why his stat line was at least somewhat decent. He saved you. Rome and Caleb just haven't really hooked up yet. Like, I still like Rome Odunze. I want to start him in some spots, but if I need pure upside, definitely going with Worthy. I could see Monty too, but that's probably who it would be between for me, Worthy and Monty. But if I'm going pure upside, I think Worthy's got the most upside.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Mike A's got one. Bench 1 in PPR. Tyreek, Neighbors, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Rashid Shaheed. There is points for return yards. T-Rock, who you got on that one?
I might be benching Evans if Patrick Surtain's going to be shadowing him. It's going to be pretty close. I have Tyreek, Neighbors, pretty easy. But yeah, I'm probably going to do either Evans or Shaheed.
Okay, Matt, who you got?
T-Rock and me are on different sides of the fence this morning. I don't know what happened, man. I'm going to go DJ Moore. We talked about it. Excuse me. Obviously, he's the number 1 in that offense, but I just don't. Until we see something under Caleb more than 150 yards, I have a hard time believing in DJ Moore. Shaheed, I would keep in just because of the points. If it wasn't for the points for return, it would have been Shaheed. I would have taken out, to be honest with you.
It's that Colts defense, man. That's why I'm not really worried about it. They're like one of the worst defenses. That's why I'm playing DJ Moore.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I mean, hopefully the offense can get this. Would be, dude, if the Bears offense doesn't do something this week, running the ball specifically, considering the Colts have been up 150 yards over the past 2 weeks, then this offense is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I definitely never ever want to play DeAndre Swift, but this would definitely be the week to if you have him, you play him, and if he sucks, then get rid of him.
Yeah, then that's your answer. Light him on fire and throw him away.
Yep. I think I agree. I think I agree with T-Rock on this one. I think if I had to pick one of these guys, it would be Evans, just because Patrick Surtain should be on him most of the game because Godwin's been playing in the slot. So I would assume Surtain's going to cover him. I think he's got the worst matchup. We've seen what Lattimore's done against Evans in the past. So really good corners do, beat up Evans a little bit. So I think out of all those guys, I'm going to go Evans on that one. Here we go. Another one from Kyle. He's got Waddle or London. I've had this on a few teams, so I'm interested to see what you guys say. Matt, start us off on that one.
London. If you look at Waddle, we talked about this earlier in the week on the episode that we did for All In, I believe. So if you look at Waddle without Tua, he has been not playable at all. He's only really gets his points through Tua. Drake London, I know that's suspect just because of obviously he hasn't really for 3 years now. He's or 2 years. He's been kind of like, where has he been? where in the world is Drake London? But I think that offense is actually starting to pick up stride. And again, they're going against the Chiefs. I think they're going to have to score points. So I say London.
Okay. T-Rock, who you got on that one?
I'm right there with you. Let's go with London. I don't really trust the QB situation with Waddle. I think Tyreek's going to get manufactured touches.
Agreed. 100%.
But now it's going to be tougher for Waddle, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on this one. I could see London getting shut down too a little bit just because of how the Chiefs play. But I think I'm going to go with London just because he has the better quarterback. He can at least catch a touchdown at the goal line. So I'll go with that one as well. Here we go. Another one. Ruckus has a super flex tight end premium second quarterback. Baker or Minshew has Bowers. Okay, go ahead and start us off with that one, T-Rock. I'm kind of trying to debate.
Baker's the number
I'm
one
with you.
scoring quarterback right now. Let's keep going with him. And then as far as Steele, McConkey, and Shakir, it's tough between McConkey and Shakir, but Matty talked about it earlier today. One of his bold takes, Shakir is going to go off. So let's get on that train. Let's go with Shakir.
Okay. All right, Matt, who you got on these two questions?
Baker for sure. Again, they're going against
Okay.
Denver. Baker's been the number one quarterback. He gets absolutely no respect from anybody. And he's been proven again for a second year in a row now that he's actually a decent quarterback and he can score a lot of fantasy points. Yeah, the last one's close between Steele and Shakir. I would say Shakir as well. And the reason being is nobody really knows how they're going to approach that backfield in Kansas City. And you're taking a really big gamble if you're placing Steele in without seeing it. I mean, they brought in Hunt. I know he's in the practice squad, but you just don't know how that's going to go. So I would go Shakir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baker. Like I could see Minshew with Bowers, but Baker's been so damn good. I'm gonna go with him. And then the other one, I agree with you guys. It's between Steele and Shakir for me.
Mm-hmm.
And half PPR, I think I'd go Steele because I know Hunt was supposed to be inactive this first week. So it's going to be P. Ryan and Steele. I think I'm going to just take the shot on Steele getting a touchdown late. Shakir, in half PPR, his 5 catches ain't going to do me shit, for 50 yards.
That's fair.
So I think I'm going to go Carson Steele on that one in half PPR. If it was full PPR, I might go Shakir. That'd be the tiebreaker for me, but I think in half I'll go Steele. Okay, here we go. Another one. Chris Cash has Will Levis or Kirk Cousins. Matt, who you got between those two?
Kirko chains all day.
Okay.
I think he's finally starting to hit a stride. Will Levis, I mean,
yeah,
I don't trust him. I think he's going to be benched pretty soon, to be honest with you, if he keeps up.
T-Rock?
Yeah, if you want to win your game, then try Kirk Cousins. If you really want to not win your game, then go with Will Levis. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a clean sweep here. I'm going to go Cousins as well. Levis just hasn't shown me anything yet. And if you do some betting, Green Bay is like a 3.5 underdog or 3 points. Money line the hell out of that. Take the points, whatever you want to do. Even the money line's even better. I'm going to take Green Bay money line against Tennessee today. So I put that in a bunch this morning.
Dude, Green Bay's defense is legit too, Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like insanely solid. So I could see them picking off Levis at least twice, and who knows what else could happen. I mean, it's going to be they're going to trounce them. It's going to be bad.
All right, Porter's got one for us. We got Malik Willis or Quentin Johnson in a super flex PPR. Quarterbacks earn 6 points for touchdowns. T-Rock, who do you and the cat have?
Let me look real quick. Probably
the tail tells all.
Let's go with Malik Willis. It's just
Willis?
Yeah, because Coop always says it's like if you have a super flex position, you always have to go with the quarterback. He's got the rushing upside. Let's not get too cute with it. You don't want to lose because of Quentin.
Right. Matt, who you got between those two?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say Quentin Johnson, but same thing with what T-Rock is saying. Like Malik Willis, he could just easily do a 5-yard pass and somebody can run into the house, and that's your touchdown. Versus Quentin Johnson, him getting 2 touchdowns last week. I mean, he's been in the league for a year and 2 games, and he hasn't really showed much except for last week. So, and I'm not a believer in Malik Willis, by the way. That's not even where this is going. It's just a matter of there's more opportunity for him to just get points.
Yeah, I mean, I liked what Matt LaFleur did last week with Willis, like scheming up the touches and all that. Like, was easy throws. It wasn't anything difficult. And it's a revenge game. Going back to Tennessee, I'm starting Willis.
I didn't even think about that. Good call.
Yeah.
How much did you guys think about after last week's stream? Just all the shitting we did on Malik Willis, and then we saw somehow the Green Bay fucking beat the shit out of the Colts.
Yeah.
They ran the ball. They ran the hell out of that ball, man.
I felt so bad for all.
I agree with it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he killed it. I think he had one touchdown or whatever. To
Poor Dion.
Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah, that Wicks guy was like, oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he only threw the ball 15 times, 15 pass attempts for 122
It was
yards.
crazy though.
I mean,
yeah. I still don't think you can start any Green Bay receivers with confidence. Like they're
No.
like flex plays at best. But I'm still gonna go Willis with the rushing upside. Quentin Johnston, he's done good this year. He's coming on, but it's Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's home opener. Pittsburgh hasn't given up a lot of points at all this year. So yeah, give me Willis pretty easily on that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cuddy Forever. We getting cute and avoiding Tyreek, half PPR,
What?
Tyreek or Evans.
You must have a stacked team if those are your two options of somebody to sit.
Right.
Like,
Who do you got on that one though, Matt?
I have Tyreek just because we talked
Tyreek,
about Mike being shut down. But yeah, I mean that's pretty. What is the rest of your team like if those are your two options? 'Cause-
Right. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah. How about you, T-Rock? Who do you like on that one?
Let's not get cute. Let's go with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. It just takes one play for Tyreek every single week. He's
90-yard touchdown.
He was my wide receiver #1 overall that I was drafting this year in redraft leagues. So yeah, Tyreek for sure. I'm still sticking with him.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. iDub has one. Full PPR, sit one. Amari Cooper, Diggs, Higgins. Thoughts and thanks. T-Rock, go ahead. Start us off on that one.
Let's sit Higgins. I think Amari and Diggs we already talked about earlier for Viz's lineup. I think they're both close. I think that they are both top 30 plays. Higgins is right outside the top 30.
Yeah. Matt, who you got on that one?
Same. I mean, Higgins is coming up off an injury. You don't know how they're going to utilize him. He was out obviously a couple of weeks. He's been injured for 3 or 4 weeks or whatever it's been. So they're not going to ramp him up to full speed. I could see them kind of working him back into game speed. So Higgins.
Yeah, I agree. Snap count probably for Higgins, I would imagine. He's not going to be out there running 60 plays and running, 55 routes or whatever. So, and on top of it, I have been burned by that motherfucker so many times in the past. I'm going to play, and then he plays 2 plays up. No, I'm not playing. So I am not falling for it. There ain't a chance in hell. So I'm going Cooper and Diggs easily for me. Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Oh, it's just this juicy butt drink. It's called a Looney. So yeah, this one's my favorite one. Go get it.
All right.
I seen the cherry one. I wonder if the cherry one's any good. Have you tried that one?
It's super sweet, but it's good.
Sweet,
yeah, I'm off the Celsius, so I'm on the Alani now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Frostbane has one. Full PPR needs 1 running back and 1 flex. So he has Kyron, Zach Moss, Jerome Ford, DeAndre Swift, Michael Pittman, and Christian Kirk. So T-Rock, who would be your running back and who would be your flex on that one?
I'm going with Kyron and Moss, those first 2 right there. Like I said before, Kyron's going to get a ton of the touches. It may not look pretty. And then Moss, Monday night against the Commanders. I'm going to go with those 2 right there.
Okay. Matt, who you got?
I'm going to go Kyron, so I agree with that. But I'm going to go Swift. We kind of talked about it with the suspect going against the Indianapolis defense. They've given up 150 yards to running backs the first 2 weeks to both teams. And here's also a crazy stat about Kirk, which everybody loved coming into the season. But he's had a total of 7 targets, only caught 2 of them for 29 yards in 2 games. 29 yards.
Yeah, that's Trevor Lawrence, who I talked about on America's Game this week. I am done with him. No thanks.
That offense is
it's so bad.
It's worse than the Bears.
Yeah. Yeah. Pittman has some injuries too. He's dealing with back and calf, I believe. Injuries. So Pittman's banged up, hasn't been very good this year. So I'm okay sitting him. Kirk's terrible. Jerome Ford splitting. So it's between Kyron, Moss, and Swift for me. So Kyron pretty easy just because of the workload he should get. And then between Moss and Swift, I could see it Swift. This is his only chance to finally do something. There's so many injuries for Indy. They've given up so many yards on the ground. This could be the game. Or Zach Moss against Washington, and Washington just gave up a bunch of yards to Singletary last week. And then week 1, I forget who they played week 1, but Yeah, I mean, Zach Moss should be able to get there. I think I'm going to go Kyron and Moss. Have that Monday night guy. You have that guy on Monday night that can come back and win it for you. Like Fizzle says, you always start the later guy. So I'm going to go with Fizz on this one. We'll go with Zach Moss and Kyron. All right, here we go. Another one. Single quarterback, Mayfield or Richardson. Matt, who you got between those two?
Mayfield. Anthony Richardson cannot pass the ball. His only upside is rushing, and if you've got a scheme that can prevent him from rushing and keep him in the pocket, he's not going to do anything to hurt you. And Mayfield's got 2 amazing wide receivers. Mayfield.
Yeah. T-Rock, who you got?
I'm going Richardson just on pure rushing upside.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should mark this. We should keep tally.
This might be like the question of the week right here. This is a tough one.
This is.
I think I'm going to go Mayfield as well. I mean, I can see Richardson running for a bunch of yards, but that Bears defense is pretty tough. Edmonds in the middle there, like he's one of the best sideline linebackers, so I could see him spying Richardson a little bit. Yeah, give me Mayfield. He's been hot this year, so I'm just gonna keep riding him. And it's against Denver. It's at home. Mayfield and those guys should roll. So I'm gonna go. Mayfield.
I think Richardson's gonna get 2 picks on the Bears defense. So
yeah, I mean I have the Bears defense in a ton of leagues for redraft, so I could definitely see
they're top 2 so far for points and scoring.
Yeah,
in fantasy.
Nick Take Jake has Waddle or McConkey in half PPR. T-Rock, who you got between those two in half PPR?
I'm going to go with Waddle. He has the speed. If he does get, one slant, he can always take it to the house. And I'm not sure how much they're going to pass with LA today. They're going to go up against another team, the Steelers, that are very similar. They're both going to run the piss out of the ball. So let's go with Waddle.
Matt, who you got between those two?
I mean, this is a tough question. I would agree with T-Rock, though. I think Waddle has the ability to have more upside, just given if he can get the ball in his hands and take off. We said earlier, I don't think he's going to have a great game, but I also think the opportunity is more there for him than it is for McConkey, is where I'm going.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good question because Josh Palmer is out today, so it's Quentin Johnston and McConkey. That's it. So I could see playing McConkey as well. Porter Jr. shouldn't go in the slot to cover him. I think I'm still going to go Waddle, though, just because of how good of a player he is, the upside that he does present. Like, it just takes one pass for him, and he's gone to the house. So I think I'm going to stick with Waddle on that one. It's not like McConkey's going to have, watch, he's going to do it now. He's not going to have 10 for 100 and a touchdown or something like that. So I'm going to go with Waddle. Here we go. Double D's got one. Zach Moss or Deontay Johnson in PPR. T-Rock, who you got?
Let's go with Moss Monday night against the Commanders, that dog shit team. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with Sam Darnold and if he's going to like Thielen or he's going to like Deontay more. Let's just go with Moss.
Okay. Who do you got, Matt, between those two?
Zach Moss. Let's go.
Zach Moss.
In that offense, Deontay Johnson and Carolina, again, excuse me, we've talked about like horrible offenses in the Chicago Bears. Jaguars, Carolina Panthers are just as bad. Obviously they're switching quarterback already. It's week 3.
Yeah, this one's super close again for me. I think I'm going to stick with you guys. I'm going to go with Moss, but I could see Deontay being really safe for you, get you at least 10 points, like 5 for 50 at least. So, I think I'm going to go Moss, but Deontay would be a really close option for me too. Here we go. Flex option, half PPR. DJ Moore, Drake London, T. Higgins, Zamir White. Guess we just need one. So, Matt, pick your one off of here.
DJ Moore, Drake London, T. Higgins, Zamir White. I would eliminate T. Higgins and Zamir White just because Zamir's been dreadful this whole entire season. So, it'd be between DJ Moore and Drake for me. I'll go DJ against the Indianapolis Colts. Keenan Allen, we've talked about this earlier. It's on the ticker below. Keenan Allen's out again. DJ Moore is the number one in that offense, and I think they actually get something together this week. But I think it's close, actually, between the two.
All right, T-Rock, who you got?
Do you need to answer that phone real quick first?
No, that's all the way downstairs. I'm surprised you can even hear it.
Yeah,
Someone's saucy boa is calling about this lineup.
it's the bat phone.
Yeah,
He's
it's
getting
my
a call.
bookie coming get money.
Let's go with DJ Moore. They are without the Colts are without their top 3 defensive players, and they were already the worst defense. So, and they're without their top cornerback. So, let's go with DJ Moore. I know they're gonna want to run the ball, but they got to get Caleb's confidence up. So hopefully there's a good game with those two.
To your point, too, they're gonna want to run the ball. Sorry, real quick, Eric. They're gonna want to run the ball, but it's like once they start running it, the passing lane's gonna be wide open. That's the part of it too. So I think it's gonna be a reflection of that. Sorry, Eric.
No, you're good. I think for me, it's between DJ Moore and White. Like, kind of like we talked about with Swift. Like, if you're not playing White today, what's the point of having him on your roster? Like,
there was never a point.
Derek Brown is out for the year for the Panthers. A'Shawn Robinson, their other good defensive tackle, is very questionable, so I don't even know if he's going to play. So, like, I could see you playing Zamir White over DJ Moore, but I'm still going to go with DJ Moore. And just like T-Rock talked about, like, all those guys are out for the Colts. He should still cook, so I'm going to go DJ Moore. Tony's got one for us. Gross one, Superflex, half PPR, DeAndre Swift or Scary Terry. How about you, T-Rock? What do you got on that one?
That's a good one. I'll probably lean Swift. I think it's going to be close with those two, but let's just go with Swift in that running game.
All right, Matt.
I'm going to go Swift just because, again, we've talked about it. The suspect defense that they're going against, Indianapolis Colts. If you look at his stats this year, he hasn't done anything, but this is the game where he's got to do something or they're going to bench him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same as these boys, Swift and half PPR. If it was full PPR, I think I'd probably go Terry, but in half PPR, I'm going to go Swift. So I'm going to agree with you guys. If he doesn't do anything this week, though, he's droppable, cuttable, trade him for a third, for fab, whatever you can do at that point. Because I think Khalil Herbert would take over. If you have need a super deep play today, like you have nobody, you have all these injuries like I do, you have McCaffrey and Pacheco and Joe Mixon on the same team, I think Khalil Herbert could be a guy today. They might just be like, F Swift, and we're going to give it to Khalil Herbert today. So I could see that at some point.
They did it last week when they gave him the rushing touchdown. Khalil Herbert was the one who got the touchdown for the Bears.
Right. But he still has like 2 carries for 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, you can't rely on that by any means. But I agree with you, Eric. Like, I think they're starting to see, like, hey, if you're not going to do it, Swift, we're going to start to put Herbert in.
Yeah. Let's see. Ruckus says, thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Tim says he would start Higgins against Washington, wouldn't bench him. I mean, you can, like, if you think he's healthy, I just have been burned by that guy in the past. I'm not trusting it.
Always go with
Yeah.
And also going back to that, Tim, it's not even about Higgins. It's about the injury is what we're saying. We're just worried that, like, he's not 100% healthy, so that's more about it. But I agree. If he's 100% healthy against Washington, hell yeah.
Geist has one. PPR, pick 1 running back and 1 receiver. T. Higgins, Calvin Ridley, Cam Akers, Brian Robinson. Matt, who you got for your running back and receiver on that one?
Brian Robinson, no doubt. He has been amazing this year. They've relied on him. He is the number 1 running back in that offense. No question about it. So Brian Robinson. Cam has actually looked better than I anticipated, but you could get injured at any point. And then the other two, this is a tough one. See, Calvin Ridley or Higgins. And Ridley hasn't really done that much.
Ridley was really good last week.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Ridley.
T-Rock?
Let's go with B-Rob. I think that, with the Bengals being down so many D tackles, and they really are trying to feature, the running game between him and Jaden. Let's go with B-Rob, and I'm going to go with Higgins. I'm going to go with Higgins over Ridley. I do not trust Will Levis against the Packers defense. And, yeah, he got, like, one of the craziest catches for a touchdown last week. So I'm not going to anticipate that lucky-ass shit again. Let's go with Higgins and B-Rob.
Yeah, definitely going B-Rob here for the running back. Cliff Kingsbury is kind of using Brian Robinson like he did Connor in Arizona. Like
Yeah.
Robinson is just getting all the work, and Eckler's doing pretty good too. So I'm gonna definitely go Robinson for sure, and I'm gonna go Ridley. I mean, he's a number 1 wide receiver. He's been doing pretty good this year. It's not like he's been killing you at all, like Christian Kirk or somebody like that. And like I said, Higgins coming off the injury, snap count. He's done this in the past where he gets hurt and plays 2 plays and no, I'm not going to play. So I'm not trusting it. I'm going to go with Calvin Ridley and B-Rob on that one. Hit the like button. Appreciate it, Fizz. Let's see. This one, he's got drop Jerome Tracy for Jalen Tolbert. Ooh, what do you got on that one, T-Rock?
Yeah, I would absolutely do that. As far as I know, Singletary is getting like 80+% of the carries.
Right.
I think Tracy has like 3 compared to like Singletary's like 30+. So Tolbert, if Cooks ever goes down, he's the number 2. So
Okay.
yeah.
Matt, what do you got on that one?
Tolbert, he's already the number 2. So he's second on the team with targets for 11. CeeDee Lamb has 17. And Brandon Cooks only has 9, caught 7 passes for 94 yards. So he's also second on the team for yards or receiving yards. So Tolbert for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say if it was redraft or dynasty. Redraft, yeah, definitely. Dynasty, I think I'd still keep Tracy over Tolbert.
Yeah, fair. That's a great point.
All right, Paris has one here for us. I just traded away Dobbins and Damian Pierce. Got Jalen Warren, Blake Corum, a second, and Tyler Huntley. Love that trade. I like that. Because Dobbins for all of that, like the Damian Pierce is whatever. Like it's like a 3rd round pick. So to get Jalen Warren, Blake Corum, and a second just for JK Dobbins, who's been injured a lot in the past too. Yeah, I love that.
High five, Paris. Nice work.
Yep. Oh, super chat. All right, Jay Jackson, appreciate you. $4.99 and 2-point PPR. Brian Thomas Jr. or JSN. Matt, who you got between those two?
I think that's a great question. I love Brian Thomas Jr. Everybody, I think, can see obviously his skill set, but I think they're actually utilizing JSN the way they should have been last year. You can see him starting to hit his stride. JSN. I think it's very close though. I think you could argue both sides, but I just think JSN's hitting his stride in that offense.
Yeah, T-Rock, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with JSN too. The Dolphins have a suspect back end, with their defensive backs. So let's go with JSN. I don't know if he's going to go off like he did last week, but it should be still good.
Yeah, I mean, he had like 14 targets last week. Brian Thomas Jr. has had 4 in each game. So I think I'm going to stick with JSN on this one. Buffalo has a stingy defense too. Like, look what they did against Tyreek and Waddle last week. I know like Skylar Thompson came in and played half of the game, but they shut down those 2 guys. So I think they'll be able to shut down BTJ. I'm going to go JSN just based off of last week's usage. He's been getting used a lot more. So appreciate the super chat, Jay. Hopefully we helped you out there. Here we go. We got another one. Caleb's got one. He says, all right, boys, got a gritty one. Half PPR, start 1 for Superflex. Skylar Thompson, Malik Willis, or Tony Pollard. Who do you got on that one, Matt?
I'm going to say Tony Pollard. It's either that or Malik Willis. Skylar Thompson, I mean, the good thing about Thompson is obviously he's Miami offense, so he could throw a 5-yard pass and you could have Tyreek Hill run for 95 yards and touchdown, but that's a risk. But yeah, Pollard, the more known. I think it's just safer play.
All right, T-Rock?
I'm going to go back on what I said earlier where you have to start the quarterback. I think you kind of have to – you don't have to start Pollard. You could hope that Skylar Thompson has that like playoff-esque game against the Bills where he actually looked kind of decent.
Yeah.
But that was like over a year ago. So let's just –
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was when
– yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was when no, it wasn't. I was going to say I thought Jarvis Landry was still on the Dolphins, but I'm thinking of a different game. But yeah, he did look good in that game. I always thought he'd be decent. I think I'd go Willis on this one. Give me the revenge game, man. I could see Willis running for some yards on them. Maybe gets a throwing touchdown or 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Willis on this one.
Willis would have been my second choice.
Yeah,
Thompson is
definitely.
my third.
Thompson's my 3rd choice. I agree.
Yep.
All right, Rocky's got one. London or Javante in PPR. Who do you got on that one, T-Rock?
I'm going to go with London. I know that we talked about the Broncos really wanting to feature the running game, but the Broncos right now have the worst running offensive line blocking in the league. I think there's a reason why they can't go with the running game. So let's go with London.
Okay. Maddie, who you got?
London it is. I agree for everything T-Rock said.
Yeah.
London.
I think in half PPR, I might lean Javante, but full PPR, I'm going to lean with London. I think he can at least get 4 or 5 catches, hopefully get you 40, 50 yards at minimum. So I'm going to go with London on that one. Next one up. We did that one already. Breezy's got one. Full PPR, George Pickens or Najee Harris? Matt, who you got on that one?
Full PPR. Oh my god, that offense passing sucks. That's a tough one because Najee is also splitting now. Now that Warren's getting healthier, you're seeing the big split that's happening in that offense. Excuse me. I would still go Najee. I just think he's going to be given more opportunities. The passing, mainly just because of the passing offense. I'm just scared. I mean, you look at the quarterback play there has not been great. So Justin Fields hasn't thrown, I think, over 150 yards either game. So Najee.
Oh, okay. T-Rock?
I'm going Pickens by a long shot, actually. Najee is probably one of the most disappointing running backs. He's like top 20 in opportunity, and he's like negative in that category. He's like 30 in actual like production. So Pickens actually could be a top 10 wide receiver this week. I actually kind of foresee a huge game from him this week. So
yeah, full PPR, I'm definitely going to go Pickens because Najee he maybe gets 1 or 2 catches at the most. Like Warren's doing all that work. So I'm going to definitely go Pickens on this one. I think both can have a good game today, though. So I'm kind of hoping that both of them do because I have a lot of them, both of them. So
yeah, and I mean, if Pickens scores a touchdown, he hasn't had any touchdowns this year, too. That also changed the outlook as well. He has 114 yards for the season off 11 targets. So
yeah. All right, Tony's got another one for us. Need 2 of Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakir, Zamir White, Christian Kirk, and Tajay Spears in PPR. T-Rock, go ahead, start us off.
I'm definitely going to go with Shakir. I think he could have a big game today, but I might actually, as much as I shit on Zamir, I might actually have to go with them because they're playing the freaking Panthers. I feel like Reed, Kirk, Tajay's he might have been out this week. So yeah, let's go with Shakir and Zamir White.
All right, Matt.
I'm gonna go Shakir and Reed. Zamir hasn't done anything. We've already talked about him. Kirk is, droppable at this point, to be honest with you. Tajay Spears has some type of injury, so I would just go with Reed and Shakir.
Yeah, Shakir for me for one of them, and I'm going between Reed and Zamir as well. I think I'm going to go with Zamir just because we talked about Packers threw the ball 15 times last week, and I just don't trust that kind of usage for Jaden Reed until Jordan Love gets back. So I'm going to go Shakir and Zamir White on this one. All right, here we go. Another one. Start or sit in a guillotine league. Higgins or Josh Reynolds?
Oof.
Matt, who you got on that one?
It's a tough call for guillotine because if we're wrong, you might get chopped. Talk about added pressure on this question. I'm gonna go Josh Reynolds.
Question mark?
Question mark. And I don't feel good about it. I mean, again, it goes back to, we talked about this numerous times. I don't know, when you jumped in the feed, but Higgins has been a question. Probably this is our 5th one. I'd probably say Eric or T-Rock.
Yes,
I mean, we had 5 or 6 of them at least. So obviously he's a topic, that's in a lot of people's minds. Our concern, or my concern specifically, I won't speak for the 2 gentlemen next to me, is how long is he going to play and how many snaps is he going to be in?
Yep. T-Rock, who you got on that?
But I think.
What the fuck is a guillotine league? I've never played it.
Oh, we have 18 teams every week. Somebody gets chopped. The lowest scoring team gets chopped, and his players get put into the pool.
Yeah,
and you go all the way down from. Yeah, you go to 18 down to 1.
Yep.
8
Well,
managers down to 1.
if you don't want to get chopped, then why the fuck would you play Josh Reynolds with Bo Nix? I understand he may get like the most targets, but I'd rather go with I'd rather die with Higgins than with Bo Nix against with Josh Reynolds. So
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. I think I'm still going to lean Reynolds just because Vale's out. Sutton hasn't done very good this year, and Reynolds he's had 2 decent games at least, like PPR wise. So I think I'm going to go Reynolds as well. Like I really just don't trust Higgins. I've just seen this before. PTSD, man. PTSD on Higgins. Sorry.
okay.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left. So you guys have any more questions?
Good luck,
feel
Texas.
free
We hope you
to-
don't get chopped. How about that?
Yeah. If you have any final start-sit questions, fire them off in the chat. We'll kind of rapid fire through these last couple that we have here. Turkey sub, PPR, start Ridley or Odunze?
These fucking names, turkey stuff.
Matt, who you got between these two?
Calvin Ridley, I guess. Just again, the Bears' offense scares me. And I'm not saying Ridley's offense is much better, but Ridley.
Right. T-Rock?
Ridley.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Ridley as well. Odunze, I like today, but I think I just trust Ridley a little bit more. So, let's see. Dynasty Key, what's up, fellas? Good luck, man. Good luck to you as well. Let's see here. B-Dogs, or B-Dags. How do y'all feel about benching Chase for JMO? Am I getting too cute? Both of these gentlemen had Jamar Chase as their wide receiver 1 for the week is at the top of the show. You might have missed it. So,
Don't get cute. Do not
yeah,
get cute.
don't
This
get
is not the
cute.
time of year to get cute.
Yeah. I mean, I would play both if I could.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have a really, really good roster if you have to sit one of these guys. But yeah, I'm definitely playing Jamar Chase over JMO against Washington.
Maddie had JMO going for 200 today. So if you can, try to play both.
James, half PPR, Deontay Johnson or Aaron Jones? T-Rock, who you got on that one?
Fuck it. Let's go with Deontay and Andy Dalton hooking up today.
All right, Matt.
No way. Aaron Jones all day. Did you see how they utilized him? I know it was against Indianapolis Colts, but Aaron Jones was fed the ball some more, and give the ball some more. So they're going to.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
Well, I mean, Ty Chandler did lead them in rushing last week, so he is splitting a little bit. I think I'm going to go Deontay.
Okay.
It's close.
Good, Eric.
Yeah, it's definitely close with half PPR. I could see starting either of them. I think I'm going to go Deontay, though. I think with Andy Dalton, he should have a really good game. So
The deciding thing for me was the half PPR. If it was a full,
Right.
I don't think it'd be even a conversation, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that. Let's see.
Start
Oh,
Team
there's
Achilles.
Adam. Start Team Achilles. He wants Cam Akers. He wants all the Cam Akers.
ATM in the house.
Yeah, E-Will. He's got one. Flowers or London? Who you starting between those two, Matt?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say Drake London again. Again, I'm going off the fact that Kirko Chain's at the end of the game for Philly. It looked like they're hitting a stride. I see them finally putting it together after 3 years of everybody wanting Drake London to be something. Hopefully, they start to put it together. But Drake London, I think it's very close. But Drake London.
Okay, T-Rock.
Drake London.
Ooh, I'm the only one going with Zay Flowers, and I don't even think it's close.
I don't want to go with him and then it not work out well. It's my own team. I don't want to be partial.
Okay. Yeah,
Put
no,
it on the
I'm
board.
going
We
Zay.
gotta mark this one down.
I'm going Zay Flowers pretty easy. He's been getting a lot of the easy targets. That offensive line can't block for shit. I'm sure T-Rock can tell you all about that. And he just has to get the ball. Lamar has to get the ball out quick, and it's been going to Flowers. It ain't going to Bateman. Andrews and Likely didn't do anything really last week. So I think Flowers, I think he had 9 catches last week. I could see that kind of being the same thing again in Dallas. Yeah, give me Zay Flowers in that big game. Easy. Key, he's got one. Samaje Perine or Deontay Foreman. Matt, who you got between those two?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Deontay Foreman, and I don't like it, but Samaje Perine, you just don't know how he's going to work in that. So Foreman, they've already been giving Foreman a little bit of opportunity. So
All right, T-Rock.
I'm going with Foreman too. I know that people hate that he got, all those carries over Ford, but Foreman, he just comes into teams and he just takes away carries. So
Yep, I'm easy Foreman. Like I've been preaching this since the offseason. Like Foreman was coming in to play the Kareem Hunt role, and Ford was going to stick with his role. Like they just didn't do it week 1 because they were getting their ass kicked. So, finally got a good game script last week to where they could run the ball a little bit with Foreman. They should have it again this week against the Giants. So yeah, give me Foreman pretty easy on that one. Let's see. Glad to post a horrible question that got a funny response. Super deep league. Yep. Yeah, totally get it in guillotine leagues, man. It's with 18 teams, or now it's down to whatever 16 teams. 16. Still a lot of players, yeah. So you got to have some gross decisions. So I get it. Last couple here. Tony's got one. No tight end premium, Muth or Cade Otton. T-Rock, who you got?
There is no other tight end that I know that runs as much as Cade Otton and doesn't get any fucking targets or yards or points. Let's go with Freiermuth.
Okay, Matt.
Freiermuth, for sure. I mean, Otton has his games where he gets, decent points, but it's not consistent. Freiermuth.
I would go Otton, but I'm going with Freiermuth for this one simple reason. Mike Cole Pruitt is fucking out. Fucking Arthur Smith's love crush of his life. Mike Cole Pruitt is not playing, so that should mean a lot more for Freiermuth. So easy Freiermuth for me. Last one here. Carson Steele or DeMarcus Robinson in full PPR from John Stamos, T-Rock's favorite actor.
How'd you know? Let's go with the number 1 wide receiver for the Rams this week.
T-Rob, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with T-Rob.
Matt?
Same, DeMarcus Robinson. And just because of the backfield for Kansas City, we talked about this earlier today. Steele was also a question that came up multiple times. We don't know how the utilization is going to work in that backfield. So, D-Rob.
Yeah, half PPR, I would have went Steele. Full PPR, I'm going to go D-Rob. Like, he is their number 1 wide receiver for the next month, so he should get the ball quite a bit. He's at least going to be out there for almost damn near 100% of the snaps, too. So, definitely going to go with DeMarcus Robinson on that one. So, all right, guys, that is going to be it here for week 3. Appreciate everybody tapping in and joining us this week. Was a lot of fun, as always. Matt, T-Rock,
thanks for the support. Yep.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you for you guys joining me this evening or this morning. Getting ready for the games here, so hopefully you guys got some bets in, got your lineups all set, ready to go. Before we get out of here, we'll do one more final question. Who's like your quarterback start of the week? I did wide receiver earlier. Who's the quarterback start of the week? I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Mahomes. I think Mahomes has a big night on Sunday night.
Sweet. What about you, Matt?
I'm gonna go Joe Burrow against Washington defense. We talked about Chase being the number 1 wide receiver play. I mean, in tandem, you're gonna get a number 1 quarterback that's gonna come out of that. Joe Burrow.
T-Rock?
I think it's between Allen and Hurts. I'm gonna go with Hurts in a shootout with New Orleans. I think that should be a pretty fun game to watch.
All right.
I've got a fun fact about Mahomes.
Okay.
He hasn't scored over 20 fantasy points in the past 7 games that he's played. He's scored 15 week 1, 15 week 2, and if you look all the way back into last year, he hasn't scored over 20 and I think 7, if not more.
Yeah, what the hell is going on with him?
Kelsey hasn't scored over 15 since last October.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's
why I can't go Mahomes.
Games,
that's why I can't go Mahomes.
Okay.
Something about it.
I don't know. I think they get it right. They gotta throw the ball.
I hope, dude. I hope, man. I've got Kelsey in a lot of leagues, so I hope.
Yeah. So, all right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tapping in with us. Hit the like button. Join us every Sunday morning here, 12 Eastern. We're going to be doing these for you guys all season long. So make sure you guys check it out, and we'll see you later. Good luck.
Awesome.
See you.